Good day, everyone, and greetings from New York. I appreciate this opportunity to share some thoughts with this year's edition of Hedayah's International Research Conference. Policymakers and politicians often need to make quick decisions, and good policy needs sound data and reliable research. Your work is crucial to advancing our understanding of terrorism. This is important because the threat posed by terrorist groups in conflict zones remains high and is on the rise in some regions. We're also seeing an evolution in how terrorists operate. We live in a time of rapid technological advances that bring enormous benefits to our everyday lives. However, terrorist groups can also exploit these technologies to spread hate speech, intolerance, and extremism. These groups are using novel tools to recruit and radicalize vulnerable individuals, including young men and women. When communities experience conflict, they become more susceptible to exploitation by terrorists. The importance of addressing the root causes that allow terrorism to spread cannot be overstated. Prevention must be our number one priority, something I know will be discussed in detail at this week's conference. Here in New York, we're laying the groundwork to strengthen the UN's prevention framework. In June of this year, the Security Council unanimously adopted a resolution on tolerance and international peace and security, co-penned by the United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom. This was a landmark moment where the Security Council recognized for the first time that hate speech, racism, gender discrimination, and extremism have a direct link to the outbreak, escalation, and recurrence of conflict. It also urges member states and relevant stakeholders to speak out against hate speech and extremism. Significantly, this resolution achieved a number of firsts. It is the first resolution to explicitly identify Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and Christianophobia as forms of intolerance that can contribute to conflict. It is also the first to introduce the concept of the peace continuum, which encompasses prevention, conflict resolution, and peacekeeping. The UN will now be monitoring and reporting on the implementation of this resolution across its system. The resolution encompasses all of this while upholding universal principles of tolerance and peaceful coexistence, while safeguarding and promoting human rights and gender equality. Despite this significant progress, now is not the time for complacency. On the contrary, it's now time for the international community to build on this momentum, including through an ambitious research agenda that broadens and deepens our knowledge of terrorism. Hedayah's annual conference gives researchers and practitioners the chance to advance our understanding and see it translated into better policy. We commend the collective efforts of everyone involved in these much-needed conversations and in helping us make important strides in the fight against terrorism. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and fruitful conference.